Hi guys, and welcome back to another Shore video. Today we're going to quickly talk through buying a wetsuit and what to look for when buying a wetsuit. So when you're looking at wetsuits for the first time, there's going to be three different types of wetsuits to consider. Firstly, it's a dive suit, so they are specifically for diving. You then come to a general water sports wetsuit, which is what you'll find on our site, predominantly on our site, or we go to a triathlon suit, which are a bit more specialist and again wouldn't be suitable for the other two uses. So today we're going to just talk about the general water sports wetsuit, which is perfect for surfing, bodyboarding, kayaking, fishing, swimming in the sea, just generally having a good time out on the water. So when you're looking at a suit, the next thing to look at is thickness. So the thickness of a wetsuit is going to be one of the most important things to determine when you're going to be wearing it. You'll notice in a suits, they are usually described as a 5/3 or a 3/2. And this larger number is regarding the thickness of the thickest part of the suit. So in a 5/3, you would say there will be 5 millimeters in the chest and in the back, and it will be 3 millimeters on the arm. Again, that will be working on a 3/2, so 3 millimeters in the chest and 2 millimeters on the arm. This is to give you the warmth where you need it and the flexibility in the parts which are going to be moving the most. So really, when you're looking at thickness, the water temperature you're going to be using the suit in is what sort of determines how thick you're going to need the wetsuit. So for the coldest winter months here in the UK, which is going to be under 9 degrees, you're going to be in a 5 mil or thicker wetsuit. So that is going to keep you the warmest out of all the options out there. Now, a lot of people in the UK will have a 5 mil wetsuit and a 3 mil wetsuit. So a 3 mil is going to be from anything from about 15 degrees and up. And obviously a 3 mil can be used a bit colder and a 5 mil can be used in warmer temperatures. But really that's where the sort of boundaries are. So for the traditional UK summer, a 3/2 is going to be suitable, and a traditional UK winter, a 5/4 or a 5/3 is going to be the best option. Now there is something called a 4/3. So this design of this suit is not to be used in the coldest temperatures, but really could be something that runs through those spring and autumn months. Or perhaps if you feel the cold, like a lot of children do, or just generally want to be a bit warmer, a 4/3 can work really well for giving you that suit that's going to run perfectly through all the summer months, through those colder, windier days on the beach, and into when it gets a little bit more chilly. So that's a 4/3. And we'd say a 4/3 goes down to about 12 degrees, maybe a little bit less, but around that sort of number. Anything warmer than about 15 degrees, you're going to be looking at a shorty, and anything warmer than that, again, you're going to be in shorts or something like that, or a rash vest. So when we come through the suit, the next thing you're going to be looking at is the opening system, the way you get in and out of the suit. So there's two options in this. There is a front zip option. So this is where a zip runs across the front of the suit, which you can climb in through, or a back zip option, which again, a zip runs through the back of the suit. Now there isn't really a huge amount of difference between them once you get them on. However, getting into the suit is a big difference. So when you're wearing a back zip wetsuit, you'll find that you can climb into it just a lot easier and get it on. And especially if you're looking for your first wetsuit, a back zip is probably the preferred option. A chest zip is going to give you more flexibility across the shoulders and perhaps a little bit more comfort, but they are a little bit more tricky to get on. So as we move down through the suit, we've talked about the thickness, and now we need to talk about the seams. So this is the way that the neoprene is connected and held together. Three main types of seam. You have a flat lock stitch seam. So this is where two pieces of neoprene are put together, and a needle is basically just run through both of them, and that holds them together. If you can imagine that needle piercing the neoprene time and time again, it's going to make lots of little holes, and that's going to allow the water to get in. So on a suit that's designed for a bit more performance or to keep you a bit warmer, you don't want to be looking at a flat lock. But if you're going to be using it on just a standard summer suit, this sort of seam is going to be perfectly adequate and do the job. The next seam up is called a GBS, or glued and blind stitch seam. This offers more flexibility and a lot more warmth. So the way they do this is they get the two pieces of neoprene, put them together, and a needle half dips through the neoprene on one side, so you get a stitch on one half, and then on the other side they glue it all together. So that means you're almost getting a completely watertight seam in a GBS seam. So it gives you more flexibility and it's going to be warmer. So that's something to look at, especially if you're looking for your first wetsuit. A GBS is just going to, or a glued and blind stitch, it's just going to give you that little bit more comfort and warmth when you're out on the sea. So now we go to the actual neoprene. That's the next stage. So the neoprene can come in multiple different options, and you'll notice, especially when you're looking at wetsuits, there'll be two sort of main material types. They are the same, and these are called single lined and double lined. Single lined is the shiny material you'll see on the front of wetsuits and sometimes on the back, and this is designed to whip the water away, and it's very much more wind resistant than a double lined material, which is the standard sort of material you'll see across the rest of the wetsuit. In terms of neoprene, there are three main types of neoprene. which can be both single or double lined. The first is a sort of standard fluid flex or sort of standard neoprene. And again, this is going to feel pretty comfortable on, but not going to be the most soft or the most flexible neoprene out there. But again, it's certainly at the lower price point or for a shorty, this sort of neoprene is going to be absolutely adequate and do the job perfectly well. You then move up to sort of a super stretch or an ultra stretch neoprene. This has got a lot more flex in it, and it's going to feel a lot more supple when it's on. And certainly when you're in the water, you're going to feel that benefit. So again, if you're looking at options out there, if you can get one with a super stretch or an ultra stretch, you're definitely going to feel a lot more comfortable and it's going to flex a lot more where you need it. Finally, at the top tier of neoprenes, there are brands doing their own type of neoprene. So Rip Curl do an E6 and O'Neill do a Techno Butter neoprene. These are going to be the softest, the most flexible, the warmest. They're going to be the top of the tree neoprenes, but they do come with a price. But they are the top of the tree. You've then got super stretch and ultra stretch, and finally sort of a basic entry level neoprene like fluid flex. Finally, when you're looking at neoprene, you want to be looking at the linings, and in these suits you can find a lot of different options going on here. So these linings are designed to give extra performance in terms of stretch or extra warmth. So when you're really looking, you're going to see a lot of different options out there, such as Rip Curl's Flash Bomb lining, which dries very fast, or O'Neill's firewall lining, which is really designed to give you extra warmth through the suit. Finally, if you do need any more help or you do need any more information or you want to compare suits, jump onto shore.co.uk. We have a live chat feature as well as email access. If you do live in the UK and can make it down to our shop just on the south coast in East Wittering, definitely come down. We've got over 400 suits in stock, so you can come in, try a suit on and get the best fitting and the best advice possible. Hope you like this video. If you like it, click like and subscribe, and thanks again for watching.